So, did you find anything?
We discovered it mostly.
And have you?
There were also.
Frisk
He was.
you.
That is what I'm. Look.
Excuse, you must. You realize so far.
And you think that
we have.
I see.
It seems we are.
I'm afraid.
We demand.
How can you?
Out of love, but since you.
Death to the heretic!
Maybe enlighten protect me in this battle.
My blade. And let's go!
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Do you think you can face a woman of faith? I cannot believe that the fact.
We would do well, and we will have.
You are right. There is a risk.
And
Your help. In any case, I will study this and I will meet.
Understood.
Desade. I can't wait. I could probably, but it seems. Come find me. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Desade. I can't wait. I could probably go alone, but it seems you are busy with. Come find me. Anything else?
I must leave you. Surgical.
This
The mission you...
very well. Can you roll?
I found... I have come...
They
But
are
the site... If we don't...
It is according. You should, and of course.
Thank you, Professor.
Can you roll, Professor?
Looking forward to...
Good day, dear.
I need... The native pension?
Yes.
Yes.
This session,
As if they-
my
in
darling.
that-
When we also the native was easy. I was a
I'm sure we...
Can I help you?
We would like to have some...
Well, indeed, the dark.
Perfect.
Of course. I hope.
Don't worry, man. We are...
If you ask,
Why do you say that?
I do not.
Well, thank you.
Can I help you with any?
My lady, I have to go.
Sir de Corsilion.
Madame.
Indeed, I'm the clap for the Ind. We would.
And then
I'm... Thank you.
Come closer, good people. The cure in...
Can I help
Are you...
We would like...
That's,
You don't...
I am
you don't-
Listen,
I've got a
What
hundred...
would you...
he was. And
Who is-
his,
You think...
His,
Thank you.
Come closer, good people. The cure in...
bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
What brings you here, Honor?
At this old man's request, I investigated the conflict. You will now be able to access it freely, to accomplish, and the congregation will keep exploiting the forest. However, you must deliver this man to us because he is responsible for the deaths of...
These men died because of their own foolishness. If they hadn't cut all the oakerberry trees...
What does that mean? What are the two?
3 woodcutters died after eating the meat of an andrig after it was killed by a
It's nothing but a terrible coincidence. And if they had...
We know that you are responsible for this. The hunters told me...
How could you do this? You acted more foolishly than an irascible boy. Killing these men, you have brought upon us their wrath.
Dunkus, I beg you. I only wanted the Renoixe to understand the...
Bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed. And you know that. I would never have taught...
If you want to stop the woodcutters taking vengeance into their own hands...
I understand. But I have one condition. The Lugaid Blau fooled us in the past. It is their turn to prove their good faith.
What do you want from us?
There is a mine in the forest that the congregation, but digging into the mountain has risked it collapsing. We worked with the Lugaid Blau. We agreed to stop digging and see, but some Renoixe came back. And some of my people started going missing. If the mountain collapses and it is your...
And you want me to intervene?
You have to stop them. If you do, we punish the person responsible for...
I'll go to this mine and see what's going on.
Is there anything else?
I must leave.
Qua awalum say.
Sorry, this is private property.
Actually, no one should be able to enter. This mine is doomed.
I wouldn't know. Our employer, Mr. Mayor... Listen, you should go to the authorities. They can...
I definitely will.
These people are reckless imbeciles if they start mining again in such a dangerous place.
You must have thought that shoring up would be enough. We should get a closer look.
We should take the path that overlooks the outer wall. We should be able to see inside from there.
Those reckless fools. They've resumed operations in the mine.
Chained natives. It's probably those missing people that Dunker spoke about, that they used to dig the mine.
They've made them into slaves. We must talk to Sieur de Courcillon. I hope that our nation is not involved in this business.
I can't wait to find... I could probably go alone, but just think about... But it seems you're... Come find me. Anything else?
I must leave you. Hello, sir. Is this...
It is I. What can I do?
We're searching for Mr. Darcy. He was supposed to come here to do...
Yes. Yes, he did. To be honest, our exchange... And if you are his associate, or a member...
How so?
Well, this Darcy fellow came here to take the shipment, and...
Which never arrived, I imagine. How could you let him leave?
Well, he's the son of a very well-known family. I did not...
What if something happened to him?
Nothing happened. At least I don't think so. He owes me money, and I do not have the slightest...
I suspect that you're not...
Oh, come on. If you have not come to repay his debt, leave... I already...
Greetings. If you have come to do business, head upstairs.
Why'd you say that?
They haven't been paying me, and I've had to work with cheap...
What do you do here exactly?
I create and prepare complex potions, not simple health.
And if I'm not mistaken, things are not going the way you would want.
The boss has always been difficult, but ever since he got... I work using leftovers, thrown away, while listening to him screaming at me and every...
Have you heard of a man called Bastian Darcy?
It would be difficult not... Apparently, he did not pay for one of them. Now my boss makes me work twice as much, with ingredients I wouldn't even feed to a...
And what did your boss do?
Well, he spent every waking hour cursing his name.
Afra, did you want to say something?
Yes, I did. I can tell from your work, and I happen to have a friend who is looking...
Are you really Afra? The great naturalist?
Indeed.
I am very honored. My boss did not only curse the name, he also hired some thugs to find him.
Interesting. I think we may need to have a few words.
If you could also tell him that I am resigning.
You again. I already...
You may not know where he is, but you did everything you could.
What do you mean?
Does this document ring a... You hired some debt collectors to find Mr...
How dare you rummage...
You could have taken legal action and retrieved what you were owed, but you sent...
I doubt the governor would approve. Do you want us to...
No. But please, understand me. The Darcy family is... What other solution was there?
Tell us who these debt collectors are, and we'll take care...
They loiter in an alleyway of ill repute.
That's what I feared. Probably a bunch of cutthroats.
If he survives, remind him of what he...
I told you everything I know. I must go back to work now.
Of alchemy, the best potions and the most efficient.
Mercy! Have mercy! I will repay everything, I swear.
Hey, you! Leave this man alone!
What do you want? No one asked you for your...
Maybe he's friends with the weak.
Maybe. In any...
You think I'm afraid?
Vasco, let me try... How much money are we talking about?
Between what he owes our client and our commission, it's a... Bet if you want to pay in his stead.
Here, take this and leave.
Thank you, my lord.
Come on. We'll leave you with your weak...
I hope I never cross paths with you.
Thank you for your intervention. I thought these brutes would kill me.
Don't mention it. It's only natural.
But how did you end up in such a situation?
Oh, I'm certain someone like you who belongs to... There is a game table here that is attended by the best of the aristocracy. I land since I got out with a few other debts, but that's a mere trifle that my father would have paid for without... I never would have thought that someone would send these types of brutes after me. In any case, I'm extremely grateful to you.
My name is Captain Vasco. Naught and sea given. Thank you, Desade.
My pleasure. But why didn't you tell him who you were?
But I did. I was stupid. I resented everyone, and you even more, for that you had it all. Everything I thought I was entitled to. But I realized that in the end, I was exact...
I'm glad to hear it.
No more regrets. And I certainly don't regret not...
Desade, I'm happy. I can't wait to find this famous cave of knowledge. I could probably go alone, but just don't you want to understand where your face mark?
You're right, Hafra.
Thank you, Desade. Let's return to Duncas's village. Our new friends will surely be able to tell us more.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy. The best potions and
Greenblood, my friend. I can't stop thinking about Raynor. Let me know when you're ready to accompany me. But you're already very busy. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Karantz, do you need something?
I must leave you.
My dear child.
I'll see you later.
Take care.
Glad to see you. Can I do anything for you?
What did you think of your brother? Meeting...
I had high expectations for this encounter, and I found myself in front of a conceited and...
While it was disappointing, this encounter must have allowed you to assert yourself.
This is true, and I'm very grateful. Thanks to you, I feel like myself. Did you want anything else?
What do the Nauts tattoos...
The first, they tell of everything we've been through. Our rank, but also the storms we...
What do yours mean?
That I am a sea given. That I performed several voyages as a captain without losing a sea. As my entire curriculum, really.
It's important to me that I get...
I'm flattered, but there are other... Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
Desade, can I do anything?
I must leave you.
We are happy to see you again. You will always be...
Thank you. I'm glad to see you too. But we came...
Of course.
When we participated in the Duncas meditation.
And you want to see it? You still... It is a very sacred place. Only though...
That's right, Year One.
If someone finds out that we have helped the Renaigse to enter a sacred...
Duncas will never do such a thing. What needs to...
You're probably...
Look for the entrance in the Vethat Ganadu, but you will have to discover the rest by yourself. Like true apprentices.
Thank you, Morian. And fear not. No one will ever learn what you have entrusted us with.
fucking spoke the truth. We'll be rich soon. I don't like the thought. Hey! What are you doing here?
We could ask you the same.
Except we found this place first. The treasure is ours. So I suggest you disappear. Fast!
Listen, we didn't mean to bother you. We were only... But perhaps you could tell us exactly...
You look like nobility. We also are,
Really? And you found one?
Yeah. We managed to convince a savvy, the kind of place where the natives hide their treasures. But...
And how do you plan on entering this?
Well, with enough explosives, we'll eventually get through those roots blocking the entrance.
I see. Very subtle. And the islander didn't tell...
He didn't really have the time. And he didn't have... Anyway, now that you know what we do...
Listen, I don't want to worry you, but you are... When the Islanders clan notice his disappearance, you can imagine what will happen there.
Yeah. You're not wrong. With the time it'll take to craft enough explosives... Never mind, guys!
At last, we made it here.
How do we get in?
Look around. There has to be a way.
This stone. There's a slot at the top.
The natives' beliefs. If we want this door to open, I imagine...
Now we have to find out what...
Here is my offering to the Cave of Knowledge. There. Place the seed on the stone.
The character has changed. He now resembles an Onol Manau.
You're right. They even
It seems like this painting depicts some...
Yes. The character at the center is pouring blood on a...
The location looks like the stone circle where we met the...
Someone's coming. Let's hide. If anyone finds us here, we're sure to lose the trust of the islanders.
Esco halen, esco valg med agengo selerge mantadabem, avenundanum.
Mach, es boglin daigan ni dau. Ayigi dames etier como lei.
Cairto, Morian, ages radai de radi dawem tairger began.
Cau den nes greta como lei. Nas oltargotu, vregtetet mad advat. Abud antadab me en ekekam. No adaholeg.
The paintings in the cave were magnificent and have taught us so much. It is obvious that they depict the bonding ritual. It is by pouring their blood on the raised stones that...
I'm not really sure if I follow you.
And yet it's clear to see. The islanders, there must be some sort of contamination in... The only way to verify this theory is to attend a full ritual.
How will we know when it takes place?
Dunkus said it would take place after the young people visited the cave, and they will most likely need some preparation. We should go to the Holy Circle. What do you say? Will you come with me?
Very well. I hope that Dunkus will not be too...
Let's take some time to rest, and then we'll go back to the place where we met.
You again. Your curiosity is truly...
Forgive our intrusion, Dunkus. But I have learned a lot thanks to you, but I still have...
If you were one of ours, Afra, I would be... You can attend the ritual, but no Renaigse ever had this...
We will do everything in... How are you? You must be feeling...
Impatient, yes, and...
It's only natural to be, but I will be by your side.
Times really must have changed for some Renaiks. These are very different from the others.
I know I look like them, but I'm not...
You may not be bonded. You should be proud and happy about it.
You look preoccupied.
Our people have suffered. In some villages, all the young Sinalma... You seem different from the others, Afra. But I can't...
I have nothing to do with these attacks, Dunkus.
I believe you. But I hope that your brothers will not be there in the shadows, ready...
Aruich nestiri, adesta marar mam.
Meneda, Meneda. You are an Onolmenawi now, Yawan. And soon you will heal the earth by our sides. Like a real Donegad.
Thank you, Donkas. I feel so proud.
I am so happy that we can be Voglendaiga together at last.
What about you, Afra? Did you find the answers you were looking for?
It's strange. I didn't exactly understand what happened, but I am moved.
Some events must be understood with the heart, not the head.
It seems like you are right, Dunkus.
We are under attack.
Grab the young metamorph. The others
The lawyer wants to take our children.
They won't touch you. Desade, we have to protect you.
You can count on me.
If you know...
We will... How are you? But...
I know.
You...
You look pretty...
You are an honor.
Thank you.
Oh, it's strange. It seemed...
Grab the young metamorph. The
I won't let them take you.
They won't touch you. Desade, we have to protect them.
You can count on me.
I'm wounded. I need help. I need help.
curiosity, Afra, has saved lives. I am infinitely grateful.
Indeed. These people were... I recognize some of these men.
Really? Did they belong to the
No. They worked for my former... I was his student for a long time before I... He was so obsessed with his goals, but I can't believe he'd go as far as
You think that the Onolmanawi...
Now that I have seen these soldiers, and I'm afraid they may suffer atrocious... I am so ashamed.
Come now, shame serves no purpose.
Thank you, Dunkus. And thank...
Green blood, my friend. I can't stop thinking about... Let me know when you're ready to accompany me to those bastards' I need the help of my best student.
How can I refuse such a request?
Glad to see you. I intend to prove to the Admiral that I fully identify. I will have to go through a test of loyalty. It will certainly be dangerous, but I see you are not available at the moment. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
Ah, Your Excellency. Sister Eugenia was just recounting me the tale of your...
These relics shed a new light on the last... It all demonstrates that he hadn't evangelized the islanders, merging the cult of the enlightened and the cult of nature.
These discoveries, if they can be verified, but they also represent a great upheaval. We must first verify their authenticity. Could what you have witnessed...
The cavern we discovered is located in a very remote place. It contains some ruined dwellings, but clearly fraudsters would inevitably have left traces. The entrance to the cave was protected by one of those giant creatures that the natives call a nardaig. I had to kill this beast, which leads me to think. We discovered ancient frescoes on the wall. They represent Saint Matthias without a doubt. In one, he is praying for the divinity of the island. In the other, I understand how shocking these discoveries are. But
the tablets found at the site, however, attest that our founder had not... He simply saw it as two different reflections.
The relics could be authentic, Your Excellency, but we only have your word. The political and religious impact of these discoveries will be unprecedented. And who is to say that this is not a plan?
It seems that you only see the negative aspect. By integrating some of the natives' beliefs, you could build an alliance with them.
What good is such a reproach if our nation has fallen into chaos?
I would also like to inform you that a member of the Ordo Luminous was... He tried several times to sabotage it, and finally attacked us as we were preparing...
You'd have thought that the remaining members of the Order would go to... But I fear these attacks are just a reflection of what will happen.
If my people knew that the great sage they had long respected, and that your priests respected our culture...
And the Eden we wanted to build would be everywhere. You speak. Does anyone wish to add?
I understand your doubts about the future that will inevitably be. You hesitate just as St. Lucius did to tell us about the journey of his master. Yet he revealed what he knew, and his words still guide Telema.
Thank you for your testimony. I will now retire. After much thought, I have decided it best to silence these dangerous discoveries. Our nation cannot risk civil war.
But, Your Eminence...
Enough, my dear. I have made my decision.
I cannot keep the secret of what I discovered.
It would be a shame to hear that our most distinguished...
Very well.
Your Excellency, I cannot deny the importance of... And I hope I can count. It would be a shame for our relationship with the congregation...
Of course, Your Eminence.
Ah,
it all merged.
But they all... We must... Could...
The cavern, it can fraud. The end... I had... We just... They were in... I understand.
The tablet... He simply...
The relics of And who is...
Are you suggesting that I invented all this? May I remind you that you sent me to Eden to...
Your memory plays tricks on you, Your Excellency. I sent you there to solve... Which you have resolved, and I think...
I would also like to...
You'd have thought I feared...
If my people... And that...
And the... Does any...
Keeping a secret of this magnitude will include... Too many people are already aware of the...
What you say sounds almost like a threat. Thank you for your testimony. After much thought, I have decided it best to silence the... Our nation cannot...
But, Your Eminence...
Enough,
I cannot...
It would be... Your Excellency... And I... It would be...
Of course... can't do that.
I was informed of your arrival by my sentinels, but I didn't think it would be you, Kurt.
Rolf, you're the leader of this.
Do you two know each other?
We train together.
The world of warriors is very small, Kurt. And who are these people with you?
My name is Desade. I'm the legate of the...
And I'm Siora.
These people sure are important.
I've heard things about this place. About this.
And we wanted to see what it was all about with our...
That's very nice of you, but visitors aren't welcome in this. What goes on here is only...
Does the same apply?
Listen, Kurt. I can give you and your friends some answers. Anyway, knowing you as well as I do, I'm aware I'm not going to get rid of you, that's all.
What is it you do here? And why is this place kept...
The natives have their magic, and we have to train elites to be able to face. Our role is... sensitive.
Does this man not realize...
I noticed you're a native, but you're a friend of Kurt's, so I trust you.
I see the reason for this kind of training. The Bridge Alliance would be... And yet I'd never heard of this elite squad.
We're still in the early stages of the program. We don't want to rush, and our leaders demand secrecy.
This is a huge camp for such a secret location. How is it organized?
The main building is reserved for officers, and the front and rear of the camp are dedicated to combat. But most exercises take place out.
Impressive. And how...
Only the best come here. Those who, once they arrive, they're separated into 2 squadrons, each led and... But you already know all of this, Kurt.
Yes.
This is a huge camp.
The main building is front and rear of the... But most exercises...
Impressive.
Only the best. Once they arrive, they... But you already...
Yes.
Will you tell us about your training?
That's a sensitive topic. Most exercise, the natives' knowledge of the environment gives them as much of it. But if you want to know more, you should ask my
Actually, we found out about this camp while we were looking for some...
A kid I recruited.
Oh. I didn't. My condolences. I was told he died...
Don't insult my intelligence, Rolf.
All right. Since you're here, the accident occurred during a maneuver.
We've taken up enough of your time.
I agree, and
I'd like to question your lieutenant instructors, if you don't.
You've become a real... Fine. But try not to disrupt the day's schedule.
I'm sorry. I couldn't contain my anger.
I noticed. Good thing you know this captain so well. I don't think he would have let us investigate otherwise.
I'm not sure it's a good thing, really.
You don't seem to like this man.
Rolf doesn't bring back good memories for me. But, Lieutenant!
Captain!
My friend here would like...
At your orders, Captain.
Can you tell us about your squadron?
The recruits who come here are the best. And in my squadron, I don't know what else to tell you. They're just exactly what you'd expect from the best.
What kind of training takes...
Combat in natural settings.
I'm very curious about how you train against the magic that...
Now these are complex, secret maneuvers.
That's a pity.
I heard the recruit Rainer trained here. What can you tell me?
Oh, he was a good one.
So we've heard. Your captain told us he died.
The training we do outside can be dangerous. Unfortunately, Rainer fell to his death and...
He fell?
During a simulated ambush. I know, it's not glorious. I'd like to get back to work now, if you'll allow it, Captain.
Go on.
I hope that it won't take too long.
We'll be quick, Lieutenant.
The story about training against magic is a lie. This lieutenant has no idea what he's talking about.
So what could they be training recruits for here, then?
I don't... Lieutenant!
Respectfully,
Here is my friend, the legate of the...
At your orders.
How do the various squadrons in this camp...
The recruits I train are intended to carry out...
Really?
I teach them how to blend into the background.
That's strange. These skills are normally...
These skills are always useful.
What kind of training do your men have?
I can't go into details, but they learn discipline.
You mean to blindly follow orders?
No, we also teach them to analyze situations, so that...
What kind of training?
I can't go into details.
You mean...
We also...
How did you become an instructor in this camp?
I have led numerous squadrons before, and I worked with Captain Rolf in the past. And when I arrived on the island...
That's very impressive. And I expect that you're familiar with the natives' environment.
Yes, of course.
Kurt, don't you think that someone this talented You see, we need to find someone who can replace Kurt to oversee my cousin's security.
Your cousin is the governor of New Serene, I've heard. It's a prestigious... I don't doubt my abilities, but an offer like this
We can't hide anything from...
We're trying to find out what happened to Rainer, a recruit who trained...
That name doesn't sound familiar.
The other lieutenant's squadron.
Yes. I'm sorry. Haven't been much use to you.
He died. His body was thrown into the harbor.
I guess it was one of your recruits.
We'll question some of your soldiers.
At your orders, but please be quick.
Soldier!
Captain!
At ease, soldier.
We'd like to learn more about your...
I have nothing to say about it.
Really? Go on, it's not a difficult...
Is this a test, Captain?
No, it's not a test.
Well, training is difficult, but we can't complain.
You're very united in this squadron. At least...
United? You could say that.
That's rather sinister.
Yeah. Well...
You seem rather hesitant. Afraid...
No. Well... And we're lucky to have the lieutenant as...
We should leave this soldier...
Your name, soldier?
Wilhelm. First-class recruit Wilhelm, Spectre Squad.
Keep it up, Wilhelm.
This recruit, Wilhelm, in spite of himself, led on more than the others.
His resentment is clear, but he won't divulge anything as long as his instructors are nearby.
Hello, soldier.
Captain?
We need information. Your instructor...
Of course, sire. I'm listening.
How would you describe your training? Do you...
Yes, we do.
Really? Yet we've been told that your unit specializes...
Yes.
Problems remembering...
No, Captain.
What's it like in your squad?
Very good. The Phantom Squad.
Do you trust your comrades?
We're like 5 fingers on one hand, sire.
You've sure got the...
Yes, Captain.
We've learned that a recruit died in an accident during a...
No. Of course not.
That's strange. I was told that this recruit...
If you don't mind, I'd like to...
He seems afraid that an accident might befall...
No. It's not that.
Very well.
Excellence.
These kids are scared to death.
Yes. This boy's answers about his training seem pretty dubious to me.
Can't hide the lies. Soldier!
Yes, Captain.
At ease.
Me?
You look exhausted.
It's difficult at first, but you get through it.
Haven't you ever wanted to stop?
I'm not a coward, nor a weak.
What is that?
Our squadrons, Captain.
You seem concerned about your comrades.
No, not at all.
Are you afraid of what they might think of you?
Absolutely not, Captain. We are all of one mind in this squadron.
Since this is such a close-knit squadron...
Yes, of course. But he's not part of the squadron.
Really?
I don't know what you're trying to get me to say. Raynor left the squadron because he was sent on a mission. There's nothing...
Sorry, mate, but that's not what happened.
I don't know any...
Thank you. That will be all.
Thank you, sire. Captain?
Lieutenants, report.
Captain?
Could you give us a few minutes and take us around the site? I've never been here before, and I'm curious to see what goes on.
I'm not sure if we can, Captain.
We are on duty, Captain.
Right, Lieutenant.
Are
you coming with us?
No, thank you. I'd rather stay here. Take in some fresh air.
As you like. In that case, see you later.
Wilhelm, we need to talk. And don't worry, Kurt will make sure...
Why are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything.
If you noticed, others will have too. They'll make...
Even more reason to talk. If we have proof, we can take... What's really going on here? We know...
This is supposed to be a training camp for the... Only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. This is... That's what we're told every day.
Tell me about the training you undergo.
It's more torture. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest... They even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the orders, we put our heads...
And they call us barbarians. We could never...
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives in hostile... But what they teach us would be more useful for us.
As for Raynor, do you know what...
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it any longer. He disobeyed orders, he fought back, and they summoned him for night training.
What does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. The weakest serve as punching bags for the others, who are encouraged to beat. If we refuse, we too become the targets. If you're looking to punish Raynor's murderer, you can start with me. We all have his blood.
Thank you for telling us all of this.
I hope you can do something. Have this camp closed.
We understand the risk you've taken. We won't let you down.
Thank you. Really. That was truly fascinating.
Captain?
I've seen everything I needed to see.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go?
Kurt, Willem has spoken.
What did he tell you?
He said the recruits go through hell. They're humiliated. Raynor wouldn't stand for these methods.
Are you sure he used that?
Yes. But he told me it's not really training.
And the others beat them. Sometimes to death.
You knew about this?
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past.
I'm so sorry.
I scouted out the site. There's two parts of the barracks we should look at. Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they refused.
You're full of anger, Sengots.
Let's wait for nightfall. We'll sneak into the camp unseen, search the barracks.
We might also try to find out where this night training takes place.
Yes. I wouldn't want other young recruits to lose their lives tonight.